Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Coaching Think Talk. I am Life Coach Shaun De Joya from Life Coach Philippines, and this is Coaching for Inspired Fidelity. These coaching conversations are for men who want to speak about their thoughts, want to speak about their feelings, want to speak about their emotions. And my mission is to be able to help a million men to live, to love, to learn, to laugh, and to live a legacy. Living is being able to live in your own terms. You don't need to be conformed with this world. Loving means loving yourself first. As men, we need to love ourselves first before we can love others, right? We tend to give so much to other people that we lose sight of who we are or our health or specific to our needs and to learn, because at the end of the day we are called into this world to continuously evolve, to continuously learn new things, to continuously be a better person, and also to laugh that whatever happens, life is beautiful, that we don't need to be so serious with a lot of different things, and we can really start enjoying who we are. We can really start enjoying the people around us. We can start enjoying the imperfections of life, the imperfections of other people, and also the imperfection that we have, and also to leave a legacy. What is it that you want to leave behind in this world when, God, when you are called already to go home, and you would say that, hey, I made it, I'm good, I'm okay, I'm ready to go home, and I'm ready to, just leave this place and eventually go to a place that's, better than where you are right now. Thank you for joining me live today, and please leave your digital footprint by letting us know where you are presently located as of this very moment. Please do tag your friends and circulate this video. Let's help more people in the digital space. Let's bless more people in there. Maybe some men out there, tag them in there, especially if they're not that expressive, right? And then they're not that sharing. Let's allow them to be a little bit more comfortable with themselves and also the things that they do. You If you know someone that is in need of some inspiration, some sharing, share that video, share this video to them. You can also give them a shout out in the comment section below so that they can receive this message. Give them some inspiring message. Send it out there. If you're watching this on a replay, please do comment hashtag replay. I am streaming via FB page of Life Coach Philippines and YouTube channel Coach AI Connect. If you are new to our platform, please like, follow, and subscribe. Yeah. Good morning, Master Coach Jasmine. Yeah. If this is the first time you're joining me, if this is the first time you're seeing me, if this is the first time that you are seeing this face, I am Coach Shaun De Joya, professional certified co-actively co-create life coach, and I'm also a certified mental health coach. As I've said, I am from Life Coach Philippines, and as a life coach, I empower men to be mentally fit so that they can stay inspired to live a more meaningful and fulfilling life. And if you are someone who is looking for more in life, you are looking for that missing piece, or maybe you're in the space right now in which you're trying to figure out if what you're doing right now it's really for you, that you feel that there's more to life, let's have a conversation. Let me help you with that, and let's co-actively co-create together and really find that what meaning and fulfillment is all about for you. I've been married for 19 years. I have two kids. I am not normal. Yeah. Back in 20 August 2026, I've been assessed and by a psychiatrist as having an adjustment disorder with depressive mood and anxiety. I have this emotional dysregulation where I feel this negative emotion at a maximum level. Yeah, and sometimes it leads to problematic behavior that I have, and worse, I have suicidal thoughts or intense anxiety. So these are the things that I've experienced, and what I will be sharing to you are some of the things that Uh, hopefully you would learn from it and you won't do it in the process. It's something that you can start avoiding at all costs, but acknowledging that it's there, that it's true for you, and just start living gracefully and lovely. That's what we need to do. So today's episode, I'm going to talk about action versus reaction and our approach to influences in our life. Like, how are you currently responding to influences around you? Let me share to you a story. Back then, um, I live with my mom, or my mom lives with us, and at times I get triggered with the behaviors or the reactions that my mom has. I have a tendency, as I've said, I have this emotional dysregulation. Mostly, my response to the way that my mom's action would be a flight response. So I would just avoid the conversation. I would avoid the confrontation. I would avoid having difficult conversation with her. But the challenge there and the problem there is, as it progresses, it creates more tension. Like you get to boil up all of the things that you were thinking about, the things that they were doing, the things that they were said, and you tend to keep it to yourself up until such time that there's a boiling point that you go into anger mode. Sometimes I say things, not so great things, to my mom, which I regretted after. And there are some times that I do actions. Action means that I eventually would regret as well. And these are the things that I've learned, that if we're not able to express this in a way that is constructive, in a way that it's productive, and in a way that will allow the individual, the other person, to experience and to understand how you're feeling, it's going to affect the totality of the ecology of the household. So that is something that, the biggest learning. And I hope, yeah, you would be able to get some wisdom and nuggets in this. And let's begin. And the way that our behaviors are influenced comes from different sources. So we have different sources. The first source of our influence, or the behaviors that influence us, comes from external sources, which is the environment. The people around you, the environment around you, that we don't have control over. These are areas of concern where we really don't have control over or influence at all. This is the environment that we have. This is other people that we don't really know, right? The second area is we have influence, but we don't have direct control over these people. And these are the people around us. These are our family members. These are our spouse, our children, and these are maybe our relatives, maybe your friends. We don't have influence. We have influence with them, but we don't have direct control over the things that they say and I do. And lastly, the behavior that influence us, which is a major behavior or a major influencer, is us directly. So over our control. So the way that we do, that we think, take a look at life, we have control over ourselves, but we don't have control over how people respond to us. And the cycle there mostly comes when you have control, you have influence, then you have the concern, right? What happens is the concern influences you to respond, right? Instead of you controlling yourself, being mindful of the influences, then eventually taking an action to address the concern. And these two things happen when these sources, when take a look at the sources, two things happen. The first one is we either react, which is often instinctual. So it's instinct, it's based on the instinct that we have. And we react because of an emotional connection we have. And these emotions, if not processed, unfortunately, there's no logic behind the action, because we just react based on our emotion. We respond because we got hurt. We respond because we experience pain. And at times when we react to situations, it's because of instant gratification. A good example is, maybe you come across Lazada and you were checking your phone and you see, oh, there's a sale. Like right now, it's salary day, right? It's September 30th, and you've seen something that you have been wanting to buy for the longest time, but you forgot about it because you felt that you didn't want really it, and you see it, you have sale, you have an X number percent of discount, then you bought it. Then eventually, once it gets delivered, you get excited and so on and so forth, up until such time that you are no longer using it. It's already in your, somewhere in there hiding and getting dust. So that is a reaction. And when we react, we're just being emotional. It's like giving the power to someone else. Reacting is about speaking that someone else has the power over the way you feel, the way you think, and the way that you act in certain situations. It's unfortunate because when we react, it does not solve anything. It just leads to problems, to negativities, and also to regret. Now, the flip side of reactions is action. Yeah, that's the second source that we can do. And action is power. Action is your power to be in control. It's about stepping back and taking a clearer view and assessing the situation and putting things in perspective and what's lying or what's happening or going on around us. It's about looking for options which we always have. People would say that I don't have an option. Well, you have an option. Not having an option is an option already. We can, it's about looking for options that we have always. It's in there. You can do things. You just need to be able to explore it. And this is where the power of life coaching comes in, because it allows you to be reflective and explorative of where you are and what you can do. And we can take control over any situation, which would help us determine a positive outcome. So, taking control doesn't mean that you need to control the individual. It means that you are in control of what's in your scope of a locus of control. I call that locus of control, which is something that you are in full grasp over. Like, think about a moment in which you're able to stop for a moment, take a breather, and assess the situation. You're able to thought about the pros and cons of picking A, picking B, and you're able to respond or make decisions in ways that are both positive for you and also for the others. A good example is this actions that we need to do is if we want to buy a house, we want to move to a new work, or when we're going to make a decision who to marry. These are things that we need to take action on. Most of the time, this is where it's common. And these decisions need not come from a space in which you have emotional imbalance or you are emotional imbalance. Because when you decide to be reactive about this and you use your emotions, you tend to get disappointed of the result and you beat yourself in the process. Like, you have relationship in which people have decided because of their emotions, because they felt that it was the right thing to do during those times, but they're utilizing their emotions as such to make a decision, and eventually they get to be disappointed with the result that they have, because they feel, they realize, and they finally acknowledge that, hey, that wasn't the best decision that I made. I always believe in prevention. Prevention is better than cure. There are decisions in our life, unfortunately, that we tend to regret. But if you think about all of the decisions that you made, we could have hoped that we didn't decide and such. We didn't take that actions in our work, in our relationship, with our parents, with our children, with our spouse. And, we hoped and we wish that everything would just be erased. But in reality, we can't really erase it because it's there already. It's already there. It's already seen. And, these behaviors and actions that we have, reactions that we have, this eventually hunts us till the very end. And if we're not intentional, we would carry this burden until our deathbeds. And, I think most of us don't want this to happen. Most of us wants to be in a space where we're thriving in our relationship and we're thriving with all of the actions that we're taking. So when people react, it's a limiting it's limiting the individual, and for some situations we can't control or change the outcome, but our reactions makes it worse. So what do we need to do to take control over our lives? Share to you just 3 tips. Yeah, 3 tips that you can start doing. First and foremost, tip number one, the top tip is to get clear of your values first. Our values is our compass. It's a compass. It directs us to the path which is aligned to who we are, and it's your true north. It's your way forward in every situation and every problem. And if we are intentional about our decisions, we are able to make the experiences that we want that's positive, and also that strengthens our relationship. So that's the first one. Tip number two is before you act, follow the stop, look, and listen principle. And you see this in traffic lights, right? Stop, look, and listen. It's about acting, because sometimes reacting is easy and inconvenient. It's about acting, but reacting is something that's detrimental to ourselves in our relationship. But when you act, when you stop, look, and listen, it urges you to reflect on the situation, take a moment to stop for 15 seconds, take a breather, then look at the situation on different perspective, step back, have a objective assessment of what's happening, have an objective perspective of it, then listen to your mind and your emotion before responding, before acting. Because when you're doing this, when you're stopping, looking, and listening, you're able to choose the most adequate action after. And number three tip, practice the 10,000 experiment mental model. The 10,000 experiment means that you are continuously improving in ways that you are taking action. Learn from every situation, learn from every person, learn from every circumstances, learn from every experience that you have. Take back the control of you. And by focusing on the action and limiting all of the reactions that you have, you find yourself filling your environment with people who are also positive, because you don't react to such stories, right? You know that you get stressed with these people, why people, and so on and so forth. So you focus on who are the people that can guide me so that I can be better. And remember that reaction at times is triggering. It's triggered by the people around us. It's triggered by the people that you have around you, the people that you allow in your space. And when they are negative, you respond negatively as well, because it's a transference of energy. However, when you are in full control, when you are able to act, you are more smarter, you are more happier, you are more better prepared for the difficult situations or experience in the future. People say that life is hard to control. I tell you, I don't believe that. What's hard is what is hard is really forcing ourselves to control others. That is the hard part. But life can be simplified. It's so easy. Because when you accept that you don't have control over other people and the environment, it makes life so much simpler, so easier, so joyful. And what you only need to accept, that the only person that you can control is you. No one else, even your children. You cannot control your children. And when you are intentional about the kind of experiences and relationship that you want to create, you are more connected with your values, you are more fulfilled, and you are more satisfied with your life. Thank you for joining me this wonderful morning. As I end this conversation, let me invite you to be part of what we are doing as an organization of professional certified life coaches. If you are not yet a smart holder of the Be Learning e-card and you're still missing some of the perks that we are enjoying, I'm a bronze holder mental model collector. Today is the best time for you to take action. Connect with Coach yourself through 0917-586-1661 to join the Be Learning Society. It's a tent maker of the Be Learning homes for mental fitness. And what you will get is you will enjoy a 5% food and beverage discount at the Cup Republic. You also get a monthly full access to the mental model masterclass of Master Coach A. And you also get a benefit of a 90-minute coaching session with our master coach and a senior coach. And if you are new to the concept of mental model is about how we see things, how we see life, how we take a look at things in perspective, how we make decisions, how we process things, our worldview. This is what mental model is all about. Because when you're able to strengthen the mental models, strengthen the foundation, it allows you to have a baseline that's so strong, like a foundation that allows you to be successful as you move up, as you move closer towards your goal. And this one is relevant for us, especially this time of the pandemic, this time of uncertainty, that we have something that we have control over and we can make the right decision for ourselves and also for the family. So save the date. It's going to be on October 16th at 7 p.m. for our next month at Mental Model Masterclass. Master Coach A will talk about thought leadership mental model. That's it. What she's going to teach about. What Imagine if you can turn your head knowledge into viral, high price information product that you're able to monetize it. You're able to get income out of it. Imagine that. Or how about if you take a look at the picture of what things are in the moment, that you can give some insights in there, give some knowledge in there that people would get value. So this is what thought leadership mental models is all about, because it allows you to give out your thought in there so people can value that. And if you learn this, I tell you, this is going to help you towards being prepared for becoming the 21st century knowledge entrepreneur. So if that is something that you are interested on, and if you have more questions, feel free to message us here at Life Coach Philippines. And also for those people who want or who intend to embark on a journey of becoming a certified life coach, Master Coach A is now offering Co-Active Co-Create Life Coach Certification Program. This is the most comprehensive approach to learning and mastering life coaching as an active skill and active process for you in creating new paths for achieving results in life, so that it's assured that success is inevitable. What you will get here is a 21-day web-based learning, a 3-day live coaching bootcamp with Master Coach A, and a 3-day business bootcamp with a senior coach. And plus, this package have a handful of bonuses. So please save the date. It's going to be on October 2nd, October 19th, and October 16th. So it's going to happen this Saturday. Please connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661. I tell you, life coaching has allowed me to manage my emotions. It allowed me to manage the way I respond. It allowed me to manage the way that I see people. It allowed me to improve my experiences in my relationship. And that is something that I'm super, super proud of. And I'm really encouraging you to take a look at this profession. I will tell you, this will change the course of your life and the course of your relationship and the course of your experience. And if you want to stay alive, if you want to live life, get certified. I tell you, it's going to be a powerful journey. Coach Nards would be able to relay on that. She's been following us at Coach A coaching community for years now, and now she's a certified life coach. So join us. Join us in this profession. It's a powerful profession. It's life-changing. It's divine for me. And it's something that I'm super, super proud of, that it's part of me. And I hope that you would be able to join us in this profession. Let's start making the change. All right. So join us again this afternoon for another coaching conversation. Well, you're going to have Coach Nords, which is she's going to talk about intentional living at 2 p.m. and Coach C for coaching for Baroness at 4 p.m. We do coaching Think Talk every single day at 10 a.m., 2 p.m., and 4 p.m. respectively. So if you're looking for content, you're looking for learning, just utilize the search function at Life Coach Philippines and Facebook and YouTube. Just search one word in there, then you're all set. You will get all of the videos in there, plus the posting. Sharing is caring. So what you learned here, share it with others. Share a story, share some insight, so that we can help more in the digital space. All right. Once again, maraming salamat for joining me. I am Life Coach Shaun De Hoya from Life Coach Philippines, and for coaching Think Talk, coaches like us think and talk like this. This is us from the Philippines. Labam boom, labam boom, labam boom. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.